Have your attention, please. Please make. Is this on? All right, everyone. May I please have your attention? Please make your way to the seats. We're going to get started here momentarily. Thank you.
Okay,
We'll just do it right in front.
so I'm gonna
Yeah, you'll be fine.
Yeah, I didn't watch the end of that one. I saw the highlights at 3:30 in the morning. I woke up, I'm like, okay, I need to know these two games I need. That was a great game.
Tennessee was
They were dominated all year, though. They were so dominant.
yes,
Fun to watch.
yes, they were.
All right. Good morning. What an exciting day for the softball program here at Bowling Green. I am Vincent Brace, Assistant AD for Strategic Communications, and just want to welcome you to the Michelle Gardner Introductory Press Conference here at Schmidt-Horst Heritage Hall on the campus of Bowling Green State University. Just to kind of give you a quick rundown of events, I'm going to introduce our Athletic Director, Derek Vandermeer, and he will introduce formally our new softball head coach, Michelle Gardner. And then after that, we will have a Q&A right here, and for media that would like some, we'll have some one-offs afterwards, as well as a small reception back here. So at this time, I would like to introduce the Director of Athletics at Bowling Green State University, Derek Vandermeer.
Well, thank you very much for attending today. Great honor to be here today. Excited about the future of the program and the direction that we're heading. First off, I'd like to thank Rodney Rogers and the Bowling Green Board of Trustees for their commitment to BGSU athletics. As many of you know, when we've been through a couple search processes, the engagement by Dr. Rogers in every facet of it is just amazing. He cares about our programs, and he cares about the leaders at this university, and it's a reflection of his leadership style of being involved. I'd like to thank our Director of Administrative Services Operations, Max Hickey, Deputy AD Stacy Koziak, for their important role that they played during the course of the search process. Thank you so much for everything that you did. I'd like to thank Sport Administrator Steve Messenger for his support of our team and working directly with our program and making sure that they were informed and communicated about our process. So I appreciate the support there. I'd like to thank our Softball Advisory Board for their ongoing commitment to helping support the growth and success of our softball program. And this group includes Jennifer Wolf, Kenneth Tigas, Colleen Kopchak, Jen Leiss, Elizabeth Yanez, Sarah O'Malley, Stephanie McNally, Sarah Gonzalez. As many of you know, we have advisory boards that support all of our programs, and their engagement and support of us is so critical to the growth of all of our programs. On May 31st, 26 days ago, I made a decision to make a leadership change in our softball program. I'd like to take a moment to thank former head coach Candace Fenton Brockbrader for her commitment and service to Bowling Green State University, first as a student athlete and then as a coach. Thank you so much for your service and commitment to our program. I met with our softball team on Tuesday, June 3rd, and asked them what they wanted to see in their next head coach. The general tone of their presentation was that they wanted a coach who could build a winning culture. They wanted focus, experience, professional attitude, vast softball experience, someone who was an expert in all phases of the game, someone that would bring accountability and expectations. This is a team that wants to come together, they want to hold each other accountable, and want to get better. They're going to challenge each other. They're going to challenge each other to support a common vision and mission, and they're going to challenge each other to grow and ensure this program is on a trajectory toward success. The university strategic plan is called Forward for the Public Good. Our strategic support of that plan is called FORWARD, Falcons Fighting for Victory. Our fundamental purpose of moving forward is a relentless commitment to improvement, innovation, and success for each of our sport programs. Improvement We'll double check on that and we'll see where we're going. Well, thank you. First time that's ever happened. Okay. Okay. There we go. We'll continue now. So the commission, the mission and vision of Falcon Forward is a relentless commitment to improvement, and we looked at this in every aspect of what we're doing in our program. Improvement is our commitment to always moving forward, a daily commitment to getting better. Innovation is a commitment to taking the challenges in the competitive space of college athletics and finding solutions and moving us forward and progressing as a department. Success is our commitment to winning, on the field and in the classroom. So Falcon Forward, today we're taking another step forward in our program. I first met Michelle Gardner on a Zoom call on Tuesday, June 6th at 2:45 p.m. From the start of the interview, it was very clear that she has a vast experience and knowledge spanning 40 years of career in coaching. This 40-year career span of coaching has been a unique period in the history of softball nationally, as softball has exploded on the national stage in its significance and impact across the country. Her career wraps around this emerging narrative of softball as the sport has emerged, and the influences and experiences she has defined her as a head coach. She started her career at University of Michigan playing for the newly installed coach Carol Hutchins. Coach Gardner would go on to be co-captain of Michigan, Big Ten Player of the Year, ASA All-American. Hall of Fame coach Carol Hutchins would go on to coach Michigan for another 38 seasons and finish her career as the winningest softball coach in Division I softball. After Michigan, she continued to play the sport that she was passionate about, even being a part of the Olympic trial process for the 1996 U.S. Olympic team. In 1992, she joined head coach Jackie Joseph at Bowling Green State University as an assistant. Her impact was immediate as the team won the last regular season championship that we have here at Bowling Green in 1993. Jackie would leave Bowling Green and went on to a title at Michigan State University, went on to become head coach at Michigan State University, where she stayed for 34 years and became the winningest coach in Spartan history. Michelle would go on to Florida State and work with Hall of Fame coach Dr. Joanne Graff, and then on to Arizona State, where she worked with Hall of Fame coach Linda Wells, making NCAA and regional appearances and appearance in the College World Series. What you become in life is the sum of all your experiences, your mentors, and your passions. Softball clearly has been her passion, and she has surrounded herself with the best that the game can offer. Coach Gardner first became a head coach in 2002 at the University of Nevada. She took a program that had been eliminated 14 years before and became conference championship and took the team to multiple NCAA appearances. In 2008, she was 2000 Western Athletic Conference Coach of the Year at Nevada. She was picked as the 2008 NFCA West Regional Staff of the Year Award. Gardner's time in Reno, she saw the Wolfpack reach the NCAA Regionals in 2006 and 2008 and earned 2 WAC championships, 2006 and 2008 again. Gardner was inducted into the Nevada Hall of Fame in 2022. Gardner spent 9 years as head coach of Indiana. During her time in Bloomington, Gardner eclipsed 380 career wins, posted a top 25 national ranking, and reached the 2011 and had the 2011 Big Ten Pitcher of the Year. The Hoosiers had 17 players that would receive all Big Ten honors, along with NFCA all-region selections and 77 academic all Big Ten selections. After leaving Indiana, and prior to joining the Coastal Carolina staff, she would go on to be a pitching coach for the Israeli national team. And then in 2022, she joined Coastal Carolina, spent 2 years there, and her impact was immediate once again. She helped the team to a pair of 30-win seasons and an overall record of 70-41. She went on in her last couple years. In her last year was a 34-21 overall record, posting a 36-20 in the 24 season. She's a highly skilled pitching, hitting, defensive, offensive coach who is an expert in all phases of the game. Michelle Gardner's story is of resilience, passion, and a true love for the game of softball. A career of 40 years that wove through a mosaic of people and stories that have thrown the sport into the national spotlight. People that have redefined the sport nationally. People that truly love the sport. People that care about the sport, that are helping the sport grow. I needed to find someone who could share the passion and care that I have for the sport, as many of you know. This is a sport that means a lot to me. Having someone that could lead the program, that could share this passion and tell the story, the great history of the sport to our community, introduce it to our community, and ensure that we're on a trajectory toward success. Let me introduce to you our new softball coach, Michelle Gardner.
Here. We're going to do a quick photo shoot right after.
First of all, I come in like a hurricane and blow things up, and I'm not really quite sure how to follow that, but I can tell you that, first of all, it is an honor to be the next head softball coach at Bowling Green State University. I'd like to thank President Rogers. I'd like to thank Derek and Stacy for all of their belief and time that they've taken to get to know me, and obviously my history is forever. So 40 years is a long time, but I truly believe in this program. I believed in it when I was here in the 90s, enjoyed every second I had at Bowling Green and the people that surrounded the program and the things that we were able to do. And throughout my coaching career, yes, I've been an assistant coach, I've been a head coach, I've made mistakes, I've learned, I've grown. And the one thing that I have and will forever have is passion for this game. And I love to win, but I love to do things the right way. And I think for me, that's the piece of this puzzle that I'm not on the beginning of my career. I'm more towards the end of my career. But what I want to do is leave a legacy with student athletes here at Bowling Green, and that will be forever in the books, because that's what this is about. It's about people. It's about creating a culture that wants to be successful and really, truly wants to do it the right way, because that's what I believe in. And so throughout my career, like I said, I've learned good, bad, and different. I've seen most everything you could possibly see, and that's part of it. And I think that's part of, for me, is being able to bond the culture between a younger generation, a little bit older generation, but being able to put something together that says, here we are, and we're here to stay. And then no matter what, at the end of the day, we're successful humans and women of this program moving out into the community. And I really truly believe that in all of the athletes that I've coached. I had a couple make comments in the press release, and they're all wonderful people, and really truly it's about people. This whole profession is about people and the things that we can do. So I am thrilled beyond belief to be the next head softball coach at Bowling Green. And I don't have a bunch of things to read off of. Sorry, Derek. But what I can tell you is I'm as real as I am standing here right now, and this is who I am. And so I truly believe in the things that we're going to do here. And I don't by any means think everything's easy, but I have done challenges. I've taken on challenges, started a program at Nevada with nothing. And when I say nothing, I mean no field, no team, no staff, nothing, no uniforms, no equipment. I have done that. And while there are things already in place here, I just feel like we can continue to grow. And that's really what I want to see happen for this softball program and for the university and for the community. And I think for me, that is my goal. And I am here to lead this team.
All right, we're going to open it up to questions for the media. I have members of the strategic communications staff back there with a wireless mic. So just flag down either Kyle Edmond or Mike Sheehan. And when you ask your questions, please introduce yourself and give your media outlet. So do we have anyone in the back?
Coach Mike Sheehan, a Bowling Green employee and softball enthusiast. I guess if someone asked, describe a Michelle Gardner coach team, what's that look like?
For me, that's going to be a team that you can tell when they take the field, they're a family, and that we are one unit working together towards a common goal.
I'll follow up.
Just keep going. We got it.
When you're going to get settled in at some point, though, very soon, I'm sure you're going to be hitting the road or, just getting on the phone, the computer, whatever, looking for recruits. What kind of student athletes do you look for?
First of all, it's student athletes, and I want athletes that are going to be successful in the classroom as well as on the field. I also am looking to build the program. I have to figure out what I have to be able to move forward, and I'm looking for athletes that are going to complement and fit into my design of what this program should look like. And I think it's competitive, and I have been a recruiting specialist for a very long time, and it's just going out and getting the best caliber of athletes that I can possibly get, and that's where I'm headed. I also would like to add one thing to that, because I kind of did not do this earlier, and I probably should have, is I also need to thank my family. I thanked Derek and everyone, but I do need to thank my husband and my family, because they've kind of been through it all with our moves and our decisions that I've made that have affected our lives. But the truth of the matter is my husband supports every decision that I make, and as I support his. And I still have a daughter actually that's in high school, so this is a big move for me. But I have a son that's going to grad school and a daughter that is going to be a freshman in college. So I do need to thank them, because without them, I really wouldn't be sitting here right now. So, and my mom is out there, and my whole family lives in Petersburg, Michigan. So I'm homegrown, really, kind of in a way. So other than it's across the border, and I did graduate from Michigan.
All right, we'll make this just a one-on-one interview. I got one more for you. How long has it been since you've been in Bowling Green at BGSU, and what struck you as kind of the biggest change when you came back for this process?
I was actually here in the last fall. My niece got married out at the golf course. But when I drove through the main road, I was like, holy smokes, this is a lot different. And I was trying to tell my daughter, like, I lived there and and then I'm like, never mind. Although the house is still there. It's grown so much, and it's incredible. It's incredible to see. And just I just feel like Bowling Green, it's not just the college, it's the town. It's everything about it has gotten so much bigger, but it's still a community. It's a small community that I love. And I think that was also part of me wanting to be back here, is just the whole involvement from the community and everyone around here. It's a college town, but it's a home. And I think that really for me is what part of the draw.
Got Jaden here in the front.
Hi, Coach. I'm Jaden with the Falcon Media Sports Network, and last year the Falcons played Coastal Carolina.
Yes.
And I was wondering if there was anything that caught your attention, maybe during that game when the Falcons went down there.
I can tell you that I watched them play several times, because I scouted them prior to playing them, because that was, obviously their first game. So I wanted an opportunity to see them. And honestly, I thought they were competitive, and there were pieces of that puzzle that I really thought were there. And so for me, then, fast forward to the coaching change, I started looking up stats and stuff, and I'm like, okay, they're better than that. Sorry, no offense to anyone, but it's a better team, and I want them to succeed.
I got one more question.
Okay.
Coach, have you thought about any assistant coaches during this hiring process, or is that something that's going to be already there?
I really have had a lot of thoughts about that. I don't really know what's going to happen. Obviously, I'm still trying to get here. I'm flying back to South Carolina tomorrow, but I want to see what the pool is and really find what my needs are and fill that for what the program needs. And so it's just going to be a matter of kind of seeing what's available, and I need infield hitting is what is something I want. I can do the rest of pretty much everything, but those are the two spots that I want someone that can come in and help me the most.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Any questions in the back? Good.
Hi, Coach. Joel Sebastianelli with BGSN and 13 ABC. Hey, Coach. Joel Sebastianelli with 13 ABC and BCSN. Coming from Nevada, it's an interesting spot. I mean, you had, as you said, nothing. To be at a place that had nothing at that point in your career, how does that inform your philosophy going forward? To realize if you can win at a place that has nothing, you can take that and maybe win anywhere.
I truly believe when I got there, we had tryouts on campus, and I started recruiting by myself before I had a staff in place. And I believe that you can win anywhere if you put the right people in place and they believe in what you're trying to do. And that's what happened there. Within 4 years, we won a conference championship. We actually won the tournament. I'm not sure exactly where we were, but we went into the tournament, which was a double elimination. And the first game of the championship, we got beat by Hawaii. And getting to that was a challenge. And we were in Fresno. It was 96 degrees. My pitcher was a bigger person, and it was hot as Hades. And so after the first game we lost, I'm like, I'm going to give the ball to our other pitcher. And she's like, Coach, give me the ball. We're winning. And we went on to win that game and then almost run rule them the last game. And it was because they believed. The team believed. We made plays. We did things that we hadn't necessarily done all the time, but they believed we could win. And then 2 years later, we were in the top 25. And it was the culture. They believed it. And then I started growing and getting better recruits. And, the whole thing, it just kind of flourished.
Any more questions in the back? We good? All right. Oh, we got one more here in the front.
Derek, I have a question for you. One word that was used in the article I saw yesterday was transformative. And I would like to know, what did you see in Coach Gardner here that is going to transform this program?
When you meet with coaches, that's something that I believe in, is people that can create something in the absence of everything in place, all the pieces in place. I think that this university's entire history is marked by people that have done that. You look at great coaches. I mean, it goes back to Ron Mason and Jerry York, two top coaches in hockey came out of this place. You look at Dave Clawson, you look at Urban Meyer, and you look at people that have learned to create in the absence of perfection. Some people only want to find the perfect environment because they believe they can only have success in that. And I would offer that you're focusing not on the people, you're focusing on the things. And so finding coaches that understand that people win, and then things come, and not in that order. People that focus on things first generally tend to lose because they feel that they have to have the things in place in order to achieve. And so seeing what you did at Nevada, seeing passion, resolve, care, a sense of responsibility for it, The way they talk about people and relationships are really critical because you can see that determination that you build around people, that you put the value in the people first, then great things happen. And I think that those are the attributes you look for in great leaders.
All right. That will conclude today's introductory press conference. We thank everyone for coming, and we have a reception right over here if everyone would like to make their way as we close. Thank you.